Ladies and gentlemen, today we've got some very exciting news. It's about something that people have been asking about for quite some time and something I've wanted to do for a very long time now. As you know, in the midst of all of the stuff that I create, I write original pieces of music. And I do tend to release those as singles on every streaming platform you can think of when I put them out on YouTube. However, I always had intentions to combine them all into compilation albums. Much like I did not too long ago, I released an entire album of my metal covers, my first 10 good metal covers, and that's out on streaming platforms everywhere. So, with the release of my latest original piece called Into Hell that I wrote for the Helldivers 2 video game, I do now have 10 pieces of original music that I have released to you guys as singles before that are ready to be implemented into my first volume of an album. So if you've enjoyed the original pieces of music that I've written, like Massive or Into Hell or even Potatoes, now you can get them all together with 7 other awesome original tracks in an album volume I'm calling Nuts and Bolts Volume 1. The reason that I have this labeled as Volume 1 is because I plan to have more volumes in this series of Nuts and Bolts as I release more and more original music on this channel. The plan is that every 10 new original pieces of music that I release, I will compile those together into another volume of Nuts and Bolts. And the reason that I call it Nuts and Bolts is because it's various different pieces of music that I've written over time that have different sounds using different pieces of gear with different intentions behind them that are thrown together in an album because they're original pieces of music that belong on an album. And since they're not actually part of like a cohesive album that's meant to be played from one to the next or anything with intention of them being the same theme, it's called Nuts and Bolts. So Nuts and Bolts Volume 1 is set to release on April 5th, so this Friday. So make sure you follow the link down in the description so you can go pre-save it on Spotify, because at least on Spotify, it's gonna drop right on April 5th. I can't say the same for other platforms because they're very weird and they take a lot longer than Spotify to get things published and out there for you guys to enjoy. But it will eventually be on all the platforms that you could ever think of. So I hope you enjoy this awesome album, and I put a lot of work into it, and I can honestly say that of the albums that I've released under this channel, this is the one that I'm the most proud of so far because it's my original work. Yeah, it's not like a cohesive album, but it's a compilation of a lot of pieces of music that hold a lot of meaning and history to me throughout this channel. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Follow the link in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and enjoy Nuts and Bolts.